everyone, this is Ben from Eye on the Wall, and welcome to a track-by-track breakdown of our debut EP, Somewhere Between Numb A Feeling. So this EP is not initially what I was going to put out, but as I was bringing all the tracks together, I kind of figured and realised that I'd put together a collection of songs that was almost like the last 10 years of my life, if you like, going from like quite a difficult, dark place into a really positive, upbeat place. Yeah, so it's basically just a journey. Some of the tracks are a bit hard to listen to now, and like lyrically, musically as well, because they were all created, it was almost chronologically, to be fair. They were all sort of created while in those certain steps along the way from going from this bad thing to a good thing. So obviously the tracks contain that kind of energy of where we're at that point in time, which is kind of cool. But yeah, it makes for some hard listening on some of the stuff now, but that's cool. I think we've got a cool collection of songs, and I think we've put together something, yeah, I'm really proud of. It's taken a long time, but I'm proud of it. And I know as well, both Matt and Kath that were involved in a couple of the tracks, absolutely outstanding performances and songwriting, lyric writing. Just super stoked to have those guys involved, and I know they're both excited to probably be involved in EP number 2, which may or may not have already been started. So let's take a little look track by track and give you a little behind the scenes peek at what went into the making of them, kind of what they're about, and the story behind it all, really. Let's go. So track number 1, Demons. First thing to say about this track is I didn't actually write it, so why is it on the EP? Well, Demons is a track that was written by a very, very good friend of mine, Matthew James Harrison. We were in our first band together, way back when we were 15, and long story short, we've been through pretty much everything together, through touring with a band and all the ups and downs of life, inside a band, outside a band.
Hi, my name is Matthew James Harrison, and I am the musical genius behind the opening track on Somewhere Between Numb A Feeling, and that track is called Demons.
Way back when we were, I guess, about 18-ish, Matt wrote this track called Demons, and it was at sort of a time of life that was pretty difficult for both of us, I guess.
And essentially the song is sort of, and it's about humiliation, and it's about learning to deal with life and overcoming some of those negative moments that obviously come to all of us at some point.
He demoed this song up in his bedroom and gave me a copy of the track, and it just absolutely blew my mind. I didn't realise Matt sort of had that dark energy about him, if that makes sense. Yeah, kind of when I heard it, I just kind of wanted to give him a big hug and go, yay, it's not just me. But yeah, it's just this beautifully heavy track to me. It's great songwriting, great lyrics, and it always stuck with me from when we were young. That track, Demons, was always there, one way or another, and I kind of knew that we would always redo it at some point.
When Ben first asked me if he could take the track and do his own version of it, I was like, yeah, sure, go for it, no problems at all. I really expected it to be sort of quite a digital, electronic kind of production, and I think at first, when I first heard it, that was the direction it was going in.
So when I basically got the carcass of the track re-recorded, there's something not quite right with it. It just didn't have that vibe of the original. I couldn't nail it down. I didn't know why we weren't getting it. Matt was coming over. He lives in Copenhagen now, and he was coming over for a weekend. And once he got in the studio with me to record the vocals and that, we realised that I'd got a chord wrong.
What we did was we sat down together in his studio in England, and I played it on the acoustic guitar for him, and we recorded a couple of takes of that, and then the penny kind of dropped, and from that moment the track kind of turned into this quite an interesting blend, really, of Ben's style, production style, and the original.
From there, the he recorded his acoustic guitar and then the vocals on the spot, like literally just sat in this chair, handheld mic, boom, just laid it down. I think we laid a few vocal tracks down, and then the pair of us, we laid like the electronic rhythm guitar at the end. He did like a left channel, I did a right channel, so that was kind of cool.
Suddenly then started developing these sort of bass notes and piano arrangements around it. It really started to grow from there. It was a great sort of collaboration, our first collaboration in many years.
And also he laid his lead guitar down, just this beautifully simple but really dissonant type sound, just really sets the track off. Yeah, so then from there it was just a case of I put some backing vocals down towards the end just to counter Matt's vocals and just give it a bit of a different twist to it as well.
And so from that point on, really, it was actually quite an interesting development. As I flew back to Denmark, we started trading files, or Ben started sharing the file with me for approval and for ideas and things like that. And the final version, when I finally heard it, it was just like, wow, that's just destroys my original 12-track recording, which I was very proud of up until that moment.
But yeah, I think we've really come out with this, just, yeah, it is a dark track, but it does exactly what it needs to do, and I'm super proud of it. I'm super proud that Matt's let us use it as well. Yeah, it's just awesome track, I love it.